For centuries, long before the arrival of processed sugars, laboratory-engineered fats, and synthetic additives, there was a generation of giants. They didn't have gym memberships or high-tech supplements. They had a diet rooted in the earth and blessed by antiquity. These are the foods mentioned in the world's oldest manual for living, the Bible. They built bones like iron and spirits that could endure any hardship. But modern convenience has traded these nutritional powerhouses for cardboard calories and empty fuel. Today, we are reclaiming that strength. I'm pulling back the curtain on 20 Bible foods so potent, so biologically perfect, that they didn't just sustain life. They forged the strongest generation in history. This is more than nutrition. It is a blueprint for human resilience that has survived millennia of trial and upheaval. We are rediscovering the fuel that powered prophets and warriors alike. Stay with me, because number 1 is the forgotten cornerstone that could fundamentally change how your body handles stress. Number 20, barley. Often called the peasant's grain, barley was the stamina fuel of the ancient world. When the Israelites entered the Promised Land, it was one of the 7 sacred species. It's packed with beta-glucans that keep the heart strong and the blood sugar steady. It provided the slow-burning energy needed to build civilizations from the dust. Number 19, lentils. Remember the red stew that Esau traded his birthright for? He didn't do it for a bland soup. Lentils are a massive source of plant-based protein and iron. They were the muscle builder for those who worked the fields and walked for miles. They provide the grit that a body needs to recover from exhaustion. Number 18, figs. In the ancient Near East, a fig tree was a symbol of peace and prosperity. These aren't just sweet treats. They are nature's ultimate digestive aid. High in calcium and fiber, figs supported the bone density of a generation that stayed active well into their 90s. Number 17, pomegranates. King Solomon praised this fruit, and for good reason. Each ruby red seed is a capsule of antioxidants. Modern science shows they support blood flow and heart health, but the ancients knew them as the fruit of vitality. One pomegranate contains more life force than a shelf full of energy drinks. Number 16, bitter herbs. Usually consisting of wild greens like chicory or endive, these were eaten to remember the bitterness of slavery. Biologically, they do something incredible. They prime the liver and gallbladder for digestion. They wake up the metabolism, ensuring that every other nutrient you eat is actually absorbed. Number 15, grapes and raisins. More than just a snack, the fruit of the vine was a staple for hydration and quick energy. They are loaded with resveratrol, the compound we now know fights cellular aging. The strongest generation didn't need anti-aging creams. They had the vineyard, drawing deep restorative power from every sun-ripened cluster that grew abundantly along the ancient, rolling hillsides. Number 14, cucumbers. Mentioned as a food the Israelites missed during their desert trek, ancient cucumbers were cooling and deeply hydrating. In a scorched climate, they kept the blood cool and the skin clear. They are a reminder that the best medicine often tastes like refreshing water. Number 13, pistachios. One of the few nuts mentioned by name, pistachios were a luxury of the Middle East. They are unique for their eye health nutrients and healthy fats. They kept the minds of the elders sharp and their vision clear through the desert glare, providing a concentrated source of essential energy for long journeys across the unforgiving sands. Number 12, almonds. Aaron's rod famously budded with almond blossoms. These nuts are a treasury of vitamin E and magnesium. They were the brain food of the prophets, supporting a nervous system that remained calm under the weight of immense responsibility. Number 11, onions. While we see them as a base for cooking, the ancients saw them as a shield. Onions are rich in quercetin, a natural anti-inflammatory. They kept the respiratory systems of ancient builders clear and their immune systems impenetrable. Number 10, leeks. A cousin to the onion, leeks were prized for their ability to cleanse the blood. They provide the sulfur compounds necessary for the body to detoxify naturally. The strongest generation didn't do juice cleanses, they ate leeks from the earth. Number 9, fish with scales. The Bible distinguishes between clean and unclean seafood. Fish like tilapia or Galilee dory provided the essential omega-3 fatty acids that modern brains are starving for. It was the heart food that kept a generation's pulse steady and strong. Number 8. Goat's milk. Often preferred over cow's milk in biblical times, it is naturally homogenized and easier on the human stomach. It provided the fats and minerals necessary for children to grow tall and for the elderly to maintain their strength. Number 7. Wheat. Not the ultra-processed, bleached flour of today, but the ancient einkorn and emmer varieties. These grains were rich in minerals and didn't trigger the inflammation we see in modern wheat. It was the literal staff of life. Number 6. Flax. Used for both clothing and food, flax seeds are the highest plant source of alpha-linolenic acid. It supported the skin, the joints, and the hormonal balance of ancient women, keeping the household resilient. Number 5. Olives. The oil of the olive was used for light, for anointing, and for fuel. It is the gold standard of healthy fats. It protects the arteries and soothes the gut. A life lived by the olive tree was a life lived without the clogging diseases of the modern world. Number 4. Honey. A land flowing with milk and honey. Raw, wild honey is the world's oldest antibiotic. It provided the immediate glucose for the weary and the healing enzymes for the sick. It is the only food that never spoils, a symbol of eternal strength. Number 3. Garlic. The heavy lifter of the ancient kitchen. It was used to treat everything from parasites to infections. It thins the blood and lowers pressure. The builders of the ancient world were fueled by garlic because it kept them from falling ill when the work was hardest. Number 2. Vinegar. Mentioned as a drink for harvesters, fermented vinegar, like apple cider or wine vinegar, was the original probiotic. It kept the gut microbiome diverse and healthy long before we had a word for bacteria. It turned a simple meal into a metabolic powerhouse. And finally, number 1. The forgotten cornerstone. Salt. Not the stripped, chemical table salt, but the mineral-rich sea salt of the Dead Sea. The Bible calls us the salt of the earth for a reason. Real salt regulates every electrical impulse in your heart and brain. It carries the minerals that tell your cells how to function. Without it, the body withers. With it, the body is an electric, thriving temple of energy. The tragedy of the modern world is that we have replaced these 20 foundations with food-like substances that leave us overfed but undernourished. The strongest generation in history didn't have secrets. They had a covenant with the land. They ate what was provided in its whole and holy form. The good news is that these foods are still here. They are waiting in the bins of your local market and the soil of your backyard. When you return to the diet of the ancients, you aren't just eating. You are reclaiming a legacy of vitality that has been waiting for you for 3,000 years. Subscribe now and start your journey back to strength today, one ancient bite at a time.